Hey guys, how's it going? It's been a while since I did a vlog, and it's because I've been really getting settled into my new student life here in Manchester. I'm trying to talk really quietly because I don't know how thin or thick the walls are. Right now we're in my new residence, and I apologize for this really ugly electronic outlet thing here because I tried to find the best kind of filming spot in my room. This is the best it could get without distracting clutter in the background, so bear with me for a bit. So today I wanted to check in and update you guys on what's been going on with Free. So last week with Free episode 10, we got a lot of stuff with the Samizuka Club, and all the stuff with Sosuke kind of resolved, and oh my god, I just died because Sosuke is just so intense in the last episode, and it just made me love him so much after. And now we get to see Sosuke in this really eased up, enlightened, easygoing kind of attitude. It's really awesome to see a flip side of his character, to see a new side of him. It's just really sweet and nice. I love that scene where he interacts with Momotaro, and Momotaro's crush on Go is just the cutest thing in the world, because he'll literally go up to Rin and be like, I have a gift for your sister, please let me see her, and they're just too adorable. So the main thing with episode 11, after all the Samizuka stuff, we got to see a little bit of Rin, who is really getting closer and closer to his dream, because he's getting a lot of offers from different schools to swim professionally, or to go on to swim professionally, and it's really great for Rin because that's literally everything he's been working towards. But the main part of this episode kind of focused on all the supporting characters and how they reacted to Haru so far. Haru is always really quiet, he's always really closed off, and each of the supporting characters are kind of goading him a little bit, encouraging him, all in their own individual way. And this is kind of interesting because the way that they talk to Haru really reflects the relationship and the nature of their friendship. With Rin, it's always patience, he's always just waiting for Haru to kind of come to terms with himself. You get to see a really aggressive confrontation with Sosuke and Haru, because Sosuke's always been so driven. He really wants to push Haru to kind of make a decision, because whatever Haru does always affects Rin, and Rin is a pretty big priority in Sosuke's life. The most shocking thing of episode 11, and I was pretty surprised that they kind of wrote Haru to do this, was that really big confrontation between Makoto and Haru, because at one point Makoto is trying to encourage Haru, being patient with him, being really accepting of what Haru wants to do, but in the end Haru is yelling at him, and Haru is just you know what, everyone has their dreams, I don't need to have a dream, I just want everything to stay the same. And I feel Haru's character in episode 11 really encompasses a lot of feelings that we get when we reach that final year in high school, because I just moved into a new residence here, and I'm not a fresher or a frosh, I'm not in first year, but a lot of the new students here are in first year, and it's really different for them because it's a different pace you're at, you're kind of growing up a little bit, it's pushing you outside your comfort zone, and part of that last year in high school is really kind of figuring out what you want to do, and a lot of the times you don't want things to change, and that's a really big thing with Haru right now. It's only throughout the first season and the second season that you really see Haru really care for his friends, and you don't realize how much he wants things to kind of stay the same, and how much he just wants to kind of continue swimming with his friends for fun, because let's face it, the real world kind of sucks, and you can't just say free in the workplace or in university. So Makoto does end up choosing to go to university in Tokyo, and that's really great for him, because a lot of the fans and me, we all thought that Makoto was going to become a swimming instructor, but it's really great that Makoto kind of found something interesting and academic that he really wanted to do, and it's really different from Haru, who's just kind of floating along. He's very much like water. I feel Haru is the embodiment of water. He's usually very calm, really chill, but when push comes to shove, he can get really angry. His emotions can get really out there and turbulent, and it's just really intense to see Haru kind of lash out at Makoto, because you almost never see that ever. And it's just crazy for the Makoto and Haru shippers, because it's oh my god, what's happening? It sounded like an entire breakup scene when you saw Makoto and Haru talk. It was just crazy, oh my god. Episode 11 was really great because it kind of shifted the story back to Haru's perspective, and finally everything is going to be resolved with Haru. I feel the writers really took their time in season 2 to kind of talk about each of the characters, and they're kind of building up to it. Every single episode kind of focused on each supporting character, with a little bit more hints with Haru, kind of reminding us that Haru is still very prevalent and important to the story. Now we're getting to the very end of the season, and because the season is entitled Eternal Summer, it's really going to be interesting to see how the writers are going to wrap up Haru, how this Eternal Summer theme is going to come out of the friendship stuff, the swimming stuff, the future stuff, everything that's been going on. And the writers really have to end this with a bang, because Free is just Free, and you can't disappoint the fangirls. I loved episode 11 in that it's kind of like the peak of emotional intensity in Free, and that was pretty intense in episode 10 with Sosuke and the relay and everything going on, but it seems like it's really charged at the end of episode 11, because in the previews we also get to see Rin approach Haru, and Haru's like, where the hell are we going? It's so early. And Rin's like, bitch please, we're going to Australia, now. Waifu, now. I loved it. It was just really direct, and it's different now. You get to see kind of Rin pulling Haru out of that really dark place, whereas in season 1 it was kind of like the other way around because Rin was struggling with stuff. Hopefully Rin can pull Haru out of his like rut, because Rin kind of has that effect on Haru. Like, he's a really big motivating factor in Haru's life, and we're definitely going to see a lot of that in the next episode. I can't believe we're getting to the end of Free season 2 because I love the characters so much, and it's actually really crazy because my next door neighbor here in the residence, she's also a Free fan, and so I have like a Free lanyard. And so she saw that and she was like, oh my god, I love Free, I love Nagisa. And I was like, wow, what are the odds of meeting a fangirl? But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I apologize for it being a bit late. I'm still trying to juggle everything, and thank you guys so much for being patient with me, for watching my videos, for supporting me. I know a lot of you guys have kind of like checked out the blog post for Free because it did come out a few days earlier. Word of note that the blog is always the most updated thing. It's either that or Twitter, which I'm constantly tweeting at throughout the day. And if you guys have any questions or ever, feel free to comment or like tweet me. I'm just like all over social media, so if you guys need to reach me, shoot me a comment anywhere. So thank you guys very much for watching. If you guys like this, don't forget to hit like or subscribe for more from me. And hopefully I can get some new posters or something to put behind me so it isn't like bland and white. So I will talk to you guys in my next video very soon. Bye!